to get my back blown out in peace. You think I got time to talk about a divorce that's a year old?
What happens when a celebration meant to bring joy is marred by public confrontation and unresolved tension? Iman, known for his calm demeanor, found himself at the center of an explosive argument at his daughter's party. But this wasn't just any disagreement. It was a moment that left everyone in the room in shock. During what was supposed to be a joyful family event, Iman and Teyana were involved in a heated public dispute, and the fallout has left fans and family members alike questioning what led to such a dramatic outburst. The entire party watched as emotions boiled over, with Iman raising his voice at Teyana in front of their guests. How did things escalate to this point? And what does this mean for their relationship going forward? With so much tension in the air, the question now remains, was this just a simple misunderstanding, or is there something deeper at play that no one is talking about? Stick with us as we break down the shocking argument and explore the emotional aftermath that followed. The night started as a celebration. Friends, family, and loved ones gathered to celebrate a milestone for Iman and Teyana's daughter. The venue was filled with laughter, music, and excitement. But all of that came crashing down when a tense argument broke out between Iman and Teyana. What was meant to be a joyous occasion quickly turned into a spectacle, as Iman's outburst echoed through the room. The guests, initially caught off guard, could only watch in disbelief as the argument escalated right before their eyes. Iman, visibly frustrated, raised his voice at Teyana in front of everyone, with words exchanged that were too heated to ignore. Teyana, shocked and hurt, attempted to respond, but the situation quickly spiraled out of control. The party that was supposed to be full of joy and laughter was now full of tension and discomfort. Guests awkwardly shifted in their seats, unsure how to react to the very public dispute between the couple. The air was thick with tension, and what should have been a night to remember for the right reasons became a moment that no one would forget for all the wrong reasons. It was clear that the argument wasn't just about a minor disagreement. It was a culmination of built-up frustrations that exploded at the wrong time. But what led to this outburst? Was it something that had been simmering for a while, or was it a one-off heated moment that went too far? As the night went on, whispers spread across the room, and many wondered whether this public confrontation would mark a turning point for Iman and Teyana's relationship. The aftermath of the confrontation didn't just affect Iman and Teyana, it left a lasting impact on the entire event. The guests, once eager to enjoy the celebration, were now left in a state of discomfort and uncertainty. People began questioning whether this public outburst was an isolated incident or a sign of deeper, unresolved issues between the couple. Iman's behavior, which had always been calm and controlled in the public eye, was now under intense scrutiny. His outburst raised eyebrows, especially in front of family and friends. The question on everyone's mind was, how could something like this happen during such a significant moment for their family? Teyana, who had been visibly upset by the confrontation, tried to maintain her composure but seemed emotionally drained as the evening wore on. For Iman, the walkout from the argument felt like an escape from the emotional chaos that had overtaken the party. He disappeared for a while, leaving guests to wonder whether his silence meant there was more to the situation than they had seen. Teyana, meanwhile, stayed behind, trying to salvage what was left of the night, but it was clear that the emotional toll of the argument was taking its toll on her. Guests who had witnessed the heated exchange were quick to voice their concerns online. The situation quickly went viral, with fans and critics alike taking to social media to share their opinions on what had happened. Some blamed Iman for escalating the situation, while others sided with him, arguing that he had been pushed too far. Regardless of the side people took, it was evident that the public nature of the argument had made everything worse, and the tension that had once been private was now out in the open. For Teyana, this wasn't just another argument, it was a public humiliation. Having spent years building a life with Iman, she found herself in a position she never expected, fighting in front of an audience. The emotional toll of the public confrontation was visible on her face. As the cameras clicked and the guests whispered, Teyana struggled to hold it together. She had been blindsided by Iman's outburst, and it was clear that this was more than just a moment of frustration. It was a reflection of something deeper. After the argument, Teyana took to social media to share her side, posting an emotional message that seemed to reflect her inner turmoil. Sometimes you fight to protect what you love, but sometimes you have to walk away to protect yourself, she wrote. The message wasn't just about the argument, it was about everything that had led to that point. The unspoken frustrations, the hurt that had been accumulating for weeks or even months. Teyana's words were filled with vulnerability, showing just how much the situation had affected her. Despite her emotional post, Teyana remained strong. She made it clear that she wasn't going to let this moment define her or her relationship with Iman. "We all have our battles, and not everyone will understand the full story," she continued, leaving fans with more questions than answers. Was she ready to move on, or would she continue to fight for her relationship with Iman? The public nature of the argument had undoubtedly strained their relationship, but Teyana's determination to remain composed showed her strength. The impact of this public outburst extends beyond Iman and Teyana's relationship. It affects their entire family. Their daughter, who was supposed to enjoy a joyful day, was now caught in the middle of a tense family conflict. While she may not have fully understood the gravity of the situation, the emotional tension was impossible to ignore. What kind of effect will this public argument have on their family dynamic moving forward? For Iman and Teyana, co-parenting in the wake of such a public dispute becomes a challenge. While they have both expressed love and devotion to their daughter, the fracture between them has left questions about how they will continue to coexist as parents. This event has forced both Iman and Teyana to re-evaluate their relationship and how they navigate their roles as partners and parents. While their daughter's happiness should be at the center of their family dynamic, the reality is that the emotional fallout from this argument will inevitably impact how they parent and how they present themselves as a family unit. The public nature of the confrontation has exposed cracks in their relationship, and the future of their family life remains uncertain. As the video of the argument went viral, public opinion quickly divided. Fans who had long admired Iman for his composed public persona were now questioning his actions. "You don't yell at someone you love in front of others," one fan posted. "Iman should have handled this better." On the other hand, there were those who defended Iman, suggesting that he was simply reacting to something that had been building for a while. "People can only take so much," another fan commented. "He's human, and emotions run high." Teyana, too, had her supporters who rallied around her in the wake of the public turmoil. Fans expressed deep sympathy for the way she had been treated, especially in such a high-profile moment. "No one deserves to be humiliated like that, especially not on such a big day," one comment read, echoing the collective sentiment that Teyana's dignity had been compromised. Her fans admired her strength, noting how she managed to hold it together despite the emotional storm she was caught in. The public spectacle of the situation, particularly with so many eyes on her, could have broken anyone, yet Teyana's resilience stood out. She faced the humiliation with grace, and her supporters praised her for staying strong in the face of such immense pressure. It was clear that Teyana had become a symbol of strength for many, embodying the ability to weather a storm that might have shattered others. But as the speculation continued, the real question remained: what caused this outburst, and what would it mean for Iman and Teyana's future together? The internet buzzed with theories, each more dramatic than the last. Some suggested jealousy was at the root of the issue. Others pointed to unresolved conflicts that had been building beneath the surface for some time. There were even those who speculated that the stress of parenthood, combined with the pressures of public life, had finally taken its toll. Everyone seemed to have an opinion about what caused the emotional explosion, but the truth of the matter was unclear. The tension between the couple, heightened by the public nature of their fallout, left fans guessing. Would this event mark the end of their relationship, or was it just a bump in the road? Only time would tell what had truly triggered the dramatic break in the facade of their relationship, and what would come next for them as a couple. The pivotal moment came when Iman finally addressed the situation with a public apology. "I lost my temper, and I regret what happened," he posted on social media. "This is something I need to work on. Teyana and I are going to work through this." His words, though heartfelt, did little to quell the mounting speculation. While his apology seemed genuine, it raised further questions. Was this an honest attempt to address the deeper issues at play, or was it merely a strategy to save face in front of the public? Some fans accepted his apology, believing it was a necessary first step toward healing, while others felt that his words didn't go far enough to mend the emotional damage caused by the incident. His attempt at redemption was met with mixed reactions, as many felt that actions, not just words, would be required to truly repair the fractured trust between him and Teyana. For Teyana, the apology seemed too little, too late. Although Iman's words appeared sincere, they didn't offer much comfort to her. Teyana's own response to the situation, a post about choosing peace over conflict, resonated deeply with her followers. In her post, she declared that she was ready to move forward, with or without Iman. "I'm choosing peace," she wrote, signaling that she would no longer let the turmoil define her or her future. This decision to take control of her narrative and prioritize her own well-being showed a strength that many admired. Her message wasn't just about forgiving Iman or leaving him behind. It was about her taking charge of her own emotional journey and refusing to let the incident shape her identity. While her words left the door open for healing, it also hinted at the possibility of further division between her and Iman. It was clear that the future of their relationship now depended on more than just an apology. It would require time, effort, and genuine change for both of them. Whether they would find their way back to each other or part ways remained uncertain, but Teyana had made it clear that she was ready to move forward, no matter the outcome. As the emotional fallout continues, one question remains: will Iman and Teyana reconcile, or has the damage been done? Can they repair their relationship after such a public confrontation, or is this the beginning of the end? The cliffhanger leaves viewers anxiously waiting to see how this family drama unfolds, unsure whether the couple can mend their fractured relationship. What do you think about Iman's outburst at Teyana during their daughter's party? Do you believe this is a moment they can recover from, or is it too much to fix? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to stay updated on the ongoing drama between Iman and Teyana, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell. We'll keep you informed as this emotional story continues to unfold.